Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here to glorious 1v1 on, you guessed it. It is Mill Road in the north. It is Acehiro fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union. Comrade Stalin here with the 3rd Guards Tank Corps with airborne troop tactics featuring airdrop weapons, paired of heavy machine guns, airborne rally points, Guards Airborne Troops, and the Rocket Run with Troop Double Infantry Anti-Tanker. In the south, it is Tonkatsu fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the Kampfgruppe von Sauken, featuring elite armored Feuersturm and Grand Offensive. He's going for a, mein Gott, double Kugelwagen opening. Well, this is going to be spicy. And as always, a big hearty thanks to our paid supporters, these champions and heroes who support the Propagandacast. Also, a very big thanks to Iron Fist for donating again, and to Sven for donating to support the Propagandacast with their hard and money. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon or donating my PayPal. Links in the video description. And as comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button, keep the algorithms from, not burying me beneath a mountain. So double Kugelwagens into Feuersturm with Flammenpanzer 3 heads up, assault packages, incendiary munitions, orbital blitzers, and the rocket barrage. Triple comes to their face here, but will Acehiro be ready for the incoming Kugelstomm? Sturm Pioneers, they're routing the gears, who are quickly packing up there, having no intention to mingle there with assault rifle wielding assault pioneers. Kugelwagen moving up from the western side and the east side, lying to grab a lot of territory, very fast, precious opponent in theory. And then you got a second Sturm Pioneer squad. Not a single full Grenadier squad here for Tonkatsu. Meanwhile, Acehiro is just so far proceeding like he's up against a normal opponent. Seems hiding the Sturm Pioneer. Cheeky breaky. And there you go, flank up behind the counter squad there with the Kugelwagen drawing the attention there. Tonkatsu straight against Acehiro. And there you go, the Kugelwagen races in. There's the Sturm Pioneers now drawing the attention here. A bold tactic here, but I fear it is falling short as the conscripts are nonetheless focusing down the Sturm Pioneer. And there you go, forcing Tonkatsu retreat here. Could actually risk losing the Sturm Pioneer. Kugelwagen providing a light bit of covering fire there, so Sturm Pioneer quickly hasten back. Truck on the way there. Sturm Pioneer advancing on the center. Kugelwagen on the north uses the counter squad as well there. 4th counter squad for Acehiro. No, he cancelled the truck for a 3rd Kugelwagen. The Kampfgruppe von Sauken clearly put together from an Aufklärungsabteilung. Reconnaissance unit here. Kugelwagen being pushed back, but the conscripts almost losing it. Can he keep it alive there? Looks like it. Triple Kugelwagens definitely can be a bit tricky to deal with depending on how the opponent uses it, because again, like, you're effectively not inflicting any manpower bleeding on them, since they could just repair the Kugelwagens. So it can be a fairly tricky strategy to go up in some regards if you don't have like an immediate counter to it. Of course, Dishka's scout cast of his own could be a way to deal with it. We'll have to see what Acehiro does. Now he does go for the truck here. Sturm Pioneer running around here. Others basically fixing up the Kugelwagens, who are definitely suffering a bit of damage in service of Deutschland. And there you go, actually retreats in the face of the Kugelwagen. Sturm Pioneer on the flank here in the south. So the infantry forts caught here laying down sandbags by the 3rd Kugelwagen. Flamethrower used to make 4 to deal with the Kugelwagen. Burning it. At least attempting to burn it. So there you go. Truck out. I'm guessing Battle headquarters. Yep, they could also make sense with mechanized regiment, honestly. I mean, at this point, anything makes sense. Flamethrowers up there for Tonkatsu Sturm Pioneer plus the Schützenmine. Thumbs up. Troop reinforcing. Healing in the south. Kugelwagen lancers there. We got the Sturms got to fix up the other Kugelwagen. There's so many Kugelwagens who need so many repairs. Back here, Acehiro probably should consider taking up soonish here versus his opponent. Kugelwagen racing right past the Acehiro's pickets, his sentries, and goes straight for the fuel point. Tonkatsu is fearless. He believes. Flankers with the Kugelwagen there. More confident from the north here for Acehiro. Narrowly avoids the fuel point there, being rendered neutral by the Germans. Kampfgruppe Hauptquartier up here for the Kampfgruppe von Sauken. Sturm Pioneer, they're about to fix the other Kugelwagen. I mean, it's definitely setting up some manpower, because again, the Kugelwagens are fake, like doing most of the fighting. They're not great at it, and he's clearly not looking to, like, in that sense, do some intense fighting. He's just looking to keep his opponent off guard, off kilter, while, building up manpower for other things. The question is, of course, is he actually planning to rush out the Schwerpanzer quarters and then go into an Obersoldaten build? Because I mean, that's something else. Up north, the Kuban Sturm use the conscious there. Medic's almost down there for Tonkatsu. Not that he needs a lot of healing at the moment, but it's better to have that prepared for what he's planning. Got an MD-34 here. Not a bad idea. We also got the mechanized command post on the way. We got mine to try and catch on the Kubelwagens. Thumbs up there to Acehiro. That is a very good idea. We also got the grenades ready to pelt those Kubelwagens with the grenades. I imagine after this battle, Acehiro will now be able to look at a Kubelwagen the same way again. Jumping right there, and the Kubelwagens again just bleed away there. Death by 1,000 Kubels. Flanking around here again, just using mobility against Acehiro aggressively. He's got a football arm which definitely can pack more of a punch, but it's just not very mobile compared to 3 Kubelwagens. Tonkatsu has unleashed the Blitzkrieg in a way most players would never blitz. So he can take up here, maybe push for something more firepower here versus Tonkatsu. Fighting for the car point there goes fairly well for the Germans. Will he go for a flat car track, or is he just planning again to just rush ahead there for the Schwerpanzer Quarters? Sturmpionier there, almost wiped out. In the south, Kubelwagen hits the mine and is knocked out. Finally, Acehiro scores his first kill against the fascists. You could consider maybe calling some guards airborne, but I don't think that's the right time for that. And I definitely want something with a bit more firepower here versus Tonkatsu. The Sturmpionier down to 1 man. Are they going to salvage it? Yeah, he's going to salvage it. We got weapons drop there for Acehiro. Points are being seized. Another MG-34 that just helped further firepower support for his men and for his Kubelwagens. Tank coming up there. Going to probably rush out a T-70, though honestly rushing in a half tank could also be a workable idea there. So there goes salvage it with a single Sturmpionier. Tonkatsu is fearless. A man driven by Panzerschokolade. Herr Oberleutnant, I don't think the Panzerschokolade is for the officers. Shut up and give me more. I need it to fuel my victories. There you go. He's rushing ahead there. For the Schwerpanzer Quarters, it is an Obersoldat rush for Tonkatsu if there was anything there. Second Kubelwagen down. Acehiro, I imagine there, briefly just goes, yes. But Tonkatsu is definitely knocking down the map quite aggressively. That said, yeah, half track out here just to get something more motorized, in this case mechanized, put pressure on the Germans with. I mean, this match is so far definitely a bit off the hook there. Moving up here, let's set up around the fuel point, the carve point there, I imagine. Half track halfway done. Maybe even go for the court mount here versus Tonkatsu. Concussive grenade fighting the contract on them there. The shit no longer safe. Up north bit moved here there. Trying to perhaps sneak around there. Machine gun in the shed there, proving to be another obstacle here for Acehiro and the Red Army. And of course, having to explain to Stavka that he's being held up by 3 Kubelwagens. Now down to 1. Oh, we got the M5 half track out there, provided by Lend-Lease. Mortar on the way as well to put pressure on the mortars. I think that's a fairly solid choice there by Acehiro, though we will also need some field guns probably soonish. Sturmpionier caught by the 5th cal there, mounted on the M5 half track. Northy Kubang falling back. The Kedner for there, on the way for Tonkatsu deal with the M5 half track, which moves ahead there fearlessly at the Germans, killing the gunner there in the MD-34. But he does grab the fuel point, and that's gaining more fuel over Acehiro and the Red Army. Grab Northern Point there. Half track hits a mine, though, immediately putting a stop there to Acehiro's mechanized dreams of socialist supremacy over the Germans. Sturmpionier equipped with a Panzerwreck as well there. Schwerpanzer Quarters almost done. Going for the fuel point there. Mine goes off somewhere? Like something exploded, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, it's the mortar firing. It's not a mine, it was a mortar explosion. Oh, Acehiro, you. Half-track almost fixed up. Sturmpionier doing the camp of the Flammenwerfer. Countering from the north here. Can go for the field gun soon. Though we'll also just see. You could also consider going for like another mortar. No. Okay, he's authorizing first. No Obersoldat in here for Tonkatsu. At least not right away. But I imagine he's going to have to go for them. Sandbags up there. There we go. Oberstladen für Cheese, Tonkatsu and the Kampfgruppe von Sauken. Formed up from core parts of the 14th Panzerdivision's Reconnaissance Abteilung. Aufklärungsabteilung. Using South at Sea, MD-34 covering up there. Ground the center for the conscripts. Machine gun flanked. Very good there by Acehiro. No field guns yet. No guards airborne to maybe add a bit more of an element here to put more pressure on Tonkatsu with that. But then again, I mean, he's probably also just like frantically trying to push back his opponent. I mean, I wouldn't blame him for being perhaps a bit like, you know, frazzled here against his opponent, as this can be a fairly aggravating strategy on the receiving end off. But there you go, Korpsman up here, the meat chopper, the crop mower. That's some guys some pressure there against Tonkatsu's infantry to clear out the final Kubelwagen. Assist 3 Division field gun ready. Very good at the face here. Constant trouble there. And there go caught here by the Schwerer Panzerabquartier. Mortar doing when it can. May want to move the mortar a bit closer. Could perhaps have it a bit closer in the cemetery position there. Or maybe move closer there. Sturmpini caught up the Korpsman. Good Panzer hit though. Punching straight for the rear. MD-34 moving forwards. Mortar firing down and then Sturmpioniere. Back hit reinforcing healing for Acehiro and the Red Army. Comes the Kubelwagen, airdrop weapon there for Acehiro. Of North Point being seized, and we got a light infantry gun here for Chief Tonkatsu. Bit of light artillery for him to respond to the Socialist light artillery. I think that's a very good decision there. So we got 385 to 366. Looking to destroy some of the foliage here to basically lines of fire for the Schwer Panzer quarters, making it harder for Acehiro to avoid it. Field also at the ability now to help deal with the final Kubelwagen, but also any armor here Chief Tonkatsu may rush out, like a Panzer IV, could be quite tough to deal with. He could also, like, theoretically rush out a Flampanzer and, well, rush, but he's going for the Flampanzer nonetheless. I mean, this match is definitely going places most matches never go. Obviously, they're moving on the flank here, but they caught by the conscripts. Half-Tech could also quick move to perhaps dispatch them with violent haste. Der Flammenpanzer 83T heads up. Based off the Czechoslovakian Panzer 38T, which, while never directly shown in a lot of World War II games, was very much the foundation for a lot of equipment that does use it, like, for example, the Hetzer, but also the Marder series. Fun fact there. They even made a reconnaissance tank similar to the looks based off of it. Plus, you had the Grille, which was self-propelled artillery, and there's also the little... what's it? That's the Gepard, which was actually a self-propelled anti-aircraft tank. So it was actually like a chassis that really saw like a lot of usage. But anyways, there you go. Flammenpanzer 38T heads out there again. I wish they'd gone for the regular Hetzer, but oh well. Adding the machine gun there. Got engineers versus the Kubelwagen there. Up north there, constantly being bombarded here. Half-Track's out of the face here up. Engaging trouble there. Need to be careful. Kubelwagen, they could also find something line of fire with the half-track. And there we go. Finally destroys the third of the Kubelwagen. A dark day in Third Army history is finally over. Second field gun there for Acehiro, or at least it's moved on to a new chapter. Flammenpanzer there. More weapons dropped there for Acehiro. Bit of a manpower float there. Again, I imagine it's just like he's trying to figure out what his opponent's up to. They can be worried about committing too hard to like one strategy or the other, though. Again, part of me feel like, you know, some guards airborne could give him again a bit of an extra punchy element here versus some of his opponent's stuff. Flammenpanzer, they're just looking to burn socialists. Now, this machine gun actually operated from inside the head's Flammenpanzer there, known as Rundumsfeuer, or all-around fire. It was also utilized on later model Stug 3Gs. Fun fact. Burning the conscripts there, scorching them with the fires of the Third Reich. 3 kills on the Flamheadser so far. Acehiro once more, finding himself in a maddening race with an opponent who's clearly is not going by the usual strategies from the Orbital Commands, and I imagine that's leaving Acehiro a bit out of his comfort zone. So, counter-rushing there, the Sturmpioneer, of course, at the Flamheadser. Definitely a bit risky, at the Sturmpioneer up there sweeping mines. Counter their court here, being scorched. Incinerated. 4 kills on the Flamheadser, almost ready to one. Sturmpioneer in trouble there, Fielding's flying away. They're hoping to catch the Flamheadser there through the tree lines. And the Sturmpioneer almost got wiped out, dropping a flamethrower there for the Soda to use against Tonkatsu here. 8 kills on the Flamheadser. Almost veteran to 1 there. T-34 some space heroes moved up to armor finally. Very good. Thumbs up. Orbison busy here in the southern shed. He could consider adding in some more Orbison soon. Smoke being deployed. Wonderful. Tactically sound. Meanwhile, sadly, Acehiro's not quite been utilising smoke himself to support his advances. Northern point could also, I think, be a point here to attack for Acehiro. Surprising lack of heavy machine guns. I feel like the mortar could be perhaps slightly further ahead. Sturmpioneer pick up the flamethrower again. Very good. Flares being utilised actively on the least base hero. Thumbs up to that. First T-34 on 6 almost done. Machine gun hammer mortar fire. Constantly going for the machine gun. Down to 2 men. Almost got a wipe there. That's great here for Acehiro. Definitely better blow there to Tonkatsu and the German army. Flamheadser are still at it, gaining veterans you won. Constantly being held up by enemy field 4. No smoke again being deployed here to slow down any German defense, or to suppress them effectively, even not mechanically, it would effectively suppress it. T-54 making a flanking enemy field 4. That could actually be the second enemy field 4 then loses he to Acehiro, which would be devastating, but no, he does not focus on it. Instead going for the lightning gun. Instead, the opposite obviously incapable of dealing with the T-34 on 6. Destroying the artillery piece would be pretty good nonetheless as well for Acehiro here, so you can see the logic. So will he do it? Yep. Thumbs up there. And Tonkatsu, in fact, he's got 1 Panzer Strike and 1 Raketen to try and deal with the T-34 from 6. And while that can sort of work for now, there's the issues like, you know, oh, managed to recruit right under Alta Body, the Orbison being wiped. That was really close there, though. Just a moment there, just worked out there for Tonkatsu. Like, Acehiro just wave it there for like a second, and that allowed Tonkatsu like just grab it there. Got 3 and 21 to 3 and 1. There we go, strength of the camp. Need to get the T-34 from 6 away fast. Need to move up no further northwards. You could try and move the field guns like bombard the Schwerpunted quarters. That could be pretty abrasive yet effective. Flamheadser there in need of repairs. Very low profile, also very small overall, quite cramped, but fairly effective as a, you know, assault gun effect. Like, it was designated, you know, the headset itself as a tank destroyer, but that was more like jurisdictional stuff there, as basically Guderian had control of pretty much most of the German armored forces, except for assault guns, which caused him to hijack a lot of assault gun projects to turn them into tank destroyers, which he controlled, but did not control the assault guns. And the headset, for example, was one of those. So it was, for all intents and purposes, an assault gun. And the Flamheadser was just a specialised one take to deal with the fortifications of the National Line. That's a fun side note. Smoke moving deployed there. Cons being burned out of the building there. Holding the centre, holding the north here. Half-Tech versus Flamheadser. A fight that could technically last forever. Figurants moving in, but good use again of smoke here by Tonkatsu. Again, Acehiro sadly not as big a proponent of smoke screens to support an attack or a defense. More observing here for Tonkatsu. Figurants moving up, thinking Bandeko loses the flight. Anti-aircraft half-tech, that is a massive blow there to Acehiro. Loses a really strong anti-infantry element here versus Tonkatsu and the Germans. Also, in this case, it's the field guns utterly at the mercy of the Obersoldaten. Flamheads moving about there, halfway to Veterancy 2, heading north to deal with the incursion there by Acehiro. He can actually go for another T-34-76 now. He could also be tempted to go for like an H-35 or an Katyusha instead. Troops up north there are being absolutely burned out of the positions here by Tonkatsu. South point being seized by the Obersoldaten. Katyusha on the way there for Acehiro to blast his way through Tonkatsu's position. The south, he got the engagement against the Obersoldaten. Flamhead to their flank, good shot there. Field gun shoot misses. Good hit there by the T-34-6 punching through the Flamhead's frontal armor. Another shot there. Veteran 2 again, the Flamheads can take it up. We got a mechanized regiment. Is he going for a King Tiger next? I mean, I guess. Like, at this point, I mean, his strategy is just completely just out of left field in some ways. I mean, I could see it working. I mean, it's also very risky. I mean, it could give Acehiro enough time to like, pressure back on Tonkatsu, but it could legitimately also work at this point. Like, Acehiro's like just completely like, in terms of responses, I imagine a bit flawed here by what Tonkatsu is doing, so it could work out. Particularly since the Flamheads could be fairly effective just clearing out the field guns during an attack with the King Tiger. Particularly backed up by the light artillery, so I mean, it could technically work. Alright, fixing up the Flamheads are there. The cannon is being bombarded by the mortar, which then in turn is being bombarded by the light infantry gun. Katyusha made up the BM-13 Katyusha rocket truck. Ooh, we actually get the incendiary barrage off as well. My. That's a rare treat as well. At this point, he's effectively used like 3 out of 5 abilities. No Open Blitz though, and no Rocket Barrage. Would love to see the Open Blitz though. Machine Gun Wipe in the south, that's another wipe there, which could be seized by Acehiro. North, the Obersoldaten push back the country port. MD-34 could have been useful there to support that endeavour. Mortar's just burning up there. I imagine Acehiro's just under intense pressure again from Tonkatsu. Is just launching attacks here and there. And again, the Flamheads is just a menace to his infantry support weapons. Plus the incendiary barrage there and the light Infanteriegeschütz. Also, double flamethrowers in the Sturmpionier. Very cheeky there, but he actually used to drop flamethrower to upgrade with no and then pick up the second one. Getting a total of 2 flamethrowers. That's really mean. Good lord. T-34 need repairs, but again, Acehiro is just suffering from the intense pressure of Tonkatsu's attack and raids. But more tanks would be good at this point, I think. That said, Tonkatsu is not far away from a King Tiger, so like, H-35 might also be an idea. Of course, Acehiro may not be considering the possibility of a King Tiger because he's just so focused on what's against him right now. So, like, it's quite the challenge for sure, and Acehiro's definitely up against, like, a tough thing to deal with when you're not used to dealing with it. That is, I think, part of the strategy is, like, you know, strength is just completely, like, out of left field. And so in that way, it can be, like, difficult to, like, completely grasp. There you go, Flamheads are into the field guns here. Another shot there. The Flamheads had 60mm of sloped frontal armor, making it fairly tough against, you know, frontline hits. Obviously not as strong as, say, a Panther or Jagdpanzer. But, you know, again, combined with a fairly small side, it could be, you know, tricky to take out. Going for the mortar there, but actually the smoke actually ends up working out in Acehiro. That was perhaps a mistake there by, well, that was a mistake there by Tonkatsu, unless there's some other logic to it. She's firing another T-56 on the way. Too quick on the trigger finger there, I think. Too quick on the trigger finger, wasting a barrage there, which I think at this point, you can't really afford to, like, waste a barrage like that. Obviously, it costs him nothing but time. And honestly, in these situations, time is also a valuable resource. And that's like, you know, a minute and a half there, just nothing then from the unit. That's why I have to be more careful with these kind of like barrage weapons compared to mortars, where it's like if you know, whiff and barrage on a mortar or the light infantry gun, for example, you know, it's quickly back in order like after some time, and you can like whiff it on a Katyusha or a howitzer, That's a lot of downtime where the artillery is doing basically zip. So you do need to be a bit more mindful of these things here. Now we got here the rocket off barrage there from Tonkatsu there. Look at him zone here, but maybe ground beneath these Stukas rockets here. Yup, wiped and destroyed. Acehiro did his best, but Tonkatsu saw to it that it would be no more. More Panzerschokolade for the Oberleutnant! Give me more! Anyway, Sturmpioniers, the conscripts. Up north here, we got the opposite of the T-54 here, but it's so heavily damaged, it's clearly hesitant about moving it within range and then risk, there's something behind it. Tonkatsu is moments away from the Königstiger, the Tiger 2. Sturmpioniers sent it with a double Flammenwerfers. Now prime targeted for the T-54 Mortar fire raining down on them as well. We got 207, 256. Flammheads with 15 kills, half HP3. And there you go, Tiger 2 gefechtsbereit here for the Kampfgruppe von Sauken. Of the 505th Schwerer Panzerabteilung. Feeling gets a good hit on the Flammheads there. Another great hit there. Ground the center, we got 207, 256. Could move this conscript on the victory point there. Guess he's planning that, but just hasn't quite gotten around to doing it yet. Could add the pin machine that's the Königstiger. I think that'd be a pretty good idea here for Tonkatsu. And now, of course, he is aware of the King Tiger. There's no way he can't be aware of the King Tiger. It's right in front of him. Pops an anti-tank grenade. At this point, more as a warning, more than an effective deterrent. Fielder's willing to deal with it, or at least threaten it. Shit, there needs to be evacuated now before the entire thing collapses. There you go, narrowly gets out of there. And even then loses poor Boris. Constantly being pushed back here. I'm guessing we'll be seeing an H-5 next year phase. We could also just try and commit to more T-54s and 6s, but my instinct is going to go for an H-5 to put more direct pressure on the Tiger tank here, the King Tiger. Up something north against the conscripts. Flamheads moving in there. A strong west push it assault here against infantry. And with no anti-tank support, anything heavy there like a machine gun. There's not much to stop Tonkatsu tonight, does it? There's not even any tanks. The field's moving up here, could stop the Flamheads are there. They could also do some damage to them, but it's not like it can actually finish the job because the arm's less than half health. It does get some damage in there. Orbs on there, almost right with the CoH2 barrage. 6 kills, MD-5 was the Sturmpionier in the center. Got 191 with 256. MD-5 getting hit by another incendiary mortar barrage. Not mortar barrage, but artillery barrage. King Tiger as well, they got 2 kills on it. What is Acehiro planning here? If he's planning anything, T-4 flanking through the south, catching the machine gun crew there. Making short work of the machine gunners there. Northish, all of a sudden moving about, countering in there. Shot went through the King Tiger's armor. No shooting there. Counters the Obersoldaten, 14 kills, half a Tevets and T3. Ace reinforcing, so no H-5 or any tanks. And the south pumping system of the engineers. H-5 tanks on the way of Acehiro and the Red Army. Counter the fire from the Tiger 2. Up north, they can't push back with the Flamheads. We got almost ready for the Flamheads, sir. I suppose you could try and ram it in one. The T-54 around the field guns, then hit with a rocket strike. Bit risky, but if it worked, it could take out the King Tiger in a fairly short order, leaving Tonkatsu pretty much out at sea without anything there. We actually used a demo charge there. Has Tonkatsu noticed it? I think he has. Yeah, he has. But he was clearly betting on it. I think he should use the terrain. He just better hide it, like, you know, with some right around the hedges there. I think he had a better chance, like, catching him off there. Rushing in a T-34 up north there, northern points. He's got the east heart. He's also lost the Katyusha, actually, I realise. Guess he got too close to it. With it. Rushing the Flamheads north again for another counterattack. Got 188 versus 237. Comes to the bunched up an easy time. There you go. Vetchny 3 gain on the Flamheads. Picks up the Königstiger. Fieldgun's moving in. Extra fire as well there. Shot bounces. Fieldgun's got one shot through there. Fairly lucky there for Tonkatsu. Less lucky for Acehiro. There you go. Pantry like came up on the flank here. Sandias and the Katyusha now to respond to that easily. We've also got again bunch up support, so again unleashing another incendiary artillery barrage, again further disrupting, making it difficult for him to like remain in positioning. Thumbs up to Tonkatsu up north. The Flamheads and the Sturm unit support a basically self-propelled inferno. They're just incinerating whatever Acehiro's got there. Brutal stuff. Here we got 188 versus 221. Flamheads is rushing in. He's also close to Vetchny 4 now. Going for the mortar here fearlessly. Almost Vetchny 4 there. Almost. Could we actually see an ace level Flamheads? That'd be Christmas come early, wouldn't it? More smoke being deployed again. Very effective there. Just disrupts any potential for you to have forces to like just bombard Tonkatsu around here. Again, using the smoke that way very effectively to affect that sense, disrupt and even suppress his opponent's firepower. So, really, I think just goes to show that like smoke is like one of those levels of counter use that, to a large degree, still hasn't been explored after so many years. Got the Yak Panzer there, or Panzer 4-7TV. I do think the smoke is like one of those critical elements here between Tonkatsu and Acehiro that's really made a difference in this match. Compared to, again, Acehiro just hasn't really used any smoke. Good hit there on the Königstiger. Flamheads moving in. Cons being hammered here. Shot bounce, and the south got the T-34 push back the MD-34. Flamheads running about here looking for easy targets, for easy prey. Again, a Panther Strike flies off the H-85, misses. Guessing the early H-85, not the H-85M, which was based off the chassis of the H-100, but it didn't have the gun ready. It had actually better armor compared to the earlier model H-85. T-Flame flanking the Flamheads, a good shot there. Good shot from the Panther Strike, punching straight through the T-54's armor. South their point being seized. Plenty of munitions. He hasn't like even tried to like use the Sturmovik rocket run here versus his opponent. Nor has he actually laid down a lot of mines either. I feel that's been also one of the mistakes here perhaps by Acehiro in a sense doing this match. Like we even like had good map control. It's just been a complete absence of mines against his opponent. Good hit from the H-5 though, punch straight through the side arm of the Jagdpanzer. Flamheads are still very close to Vetchny 4, which would give it increased range, which would definitely be nasty for his infantry. Constantly being hammered. Okay, Jagdpanzer gets good in the H-5. Need to treat the conscript before they get wiped out. Chief moving up in the south here, flanking the Cannon Alpha. Field just moving up to the Jagdpanzer, got down to half health. Almost got it, one more hit. Can he get it through? No, Jagdpanzer escapes. Good use of flares to help spot for his field guns and tank destroyer there. Thumbs up to Acehiro. Another bounce there, and again, incendiary artillery being utilised here by Tonkatsu. Again, disrupt like any static positions here from Acehiro. Really solid use of their ability, and then follows up with the smoke barrage. Again, just to further disrupt. Like, he is doing an amazing job at just disrupting Acehiro at like almost every turn and corner. That is incredible. Mercenary 4 there, giving access to the increased range. You got 188 plus 157. Kevin recorded by the T-54 6 plus the conscripts. Gatling cannon alpha. Heading northwards there. Could try and with a rocket run here. I mean, the King Tiger's on a slightly awkward position. Might be easy moving there. Got a rocket calling in. I mean, at this point, but he's almost got full bingo. Like, he just needs to call in the upper blitz at this point. He's got full bingo there. With Feuersturm, by the way, out of all commanders. I mean, it's not obviously the toughest to get a bingo with, but it's like definitely one of the rarer ones. Feeling they're wiped out. This is a huge plan on phase 2. Most of his anti-tank guns, in fact, all of them are gone. He could again at this point, like maybe. Oh, he's calling rockets run finally. Angle though is a bit awkward, and the King Tiger easily dodges it. Sturm near close from wiped out here. Can he get it wiped in? Nope. Avoids death and destruction at the hands of the Red Army. There goes something on the flank here in the conscript squad. And the retreat path could try for grand retreat here. Yep. Timing bit off, but he definitely made a good attempt at it here. Almost gets the wipe there because of that. Ace T-54 out of Acehiro, by the way. 22 kills in the name of the Soviet Union and the Soviet peoples. Mercenary 4 then the light infantry Geschütz. Another barrage here against Acehiro. Now they should fire for him as well. I mean, cheese and cuts, anyways. They get the idea. Unleashing incendiary hell there. Heading for northern victory point. Acehiro still fighting admirably against what he's being absolutely subjected to here by Tonkatsu. Which I'm fairly certain in certain parts of the world would be considered a war crime. Kansas, they should fight for another T-34 from 6. Huh. A change in tactics there by Acehiro, or he's just perhaps like flailing about at this point. Hard to say. Again, Tonkatsu is just applying such pressure and such disruption. I mean, it's hard to say here. Showing up for Acehiro for perhaps being a bit upset about what he's being subjected to. Third T-34 from 6 almost done. The T-34 just keeps failing to do any damage to the Flamheads there, which is halfway to the ace level. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Possible ace Flamheads are here. Possible. It may not happen, but we're damn close. 27 there. Incendiary artillery barrage again on the MD-34. No, the Jagdpanzer was a similar, assault gun project turned tank destroyer. Hence the nickname Guderian Stuck, I imagine. Keep flanking the Jagdpanzer. Nice flank here, no rocket strafe though. Most of his armored forces are not complete disarray and destruction. Another rocket strike here against Acehiro. Flamhead's about to get flanked by the remaining T-34 6. Oh, it misses. Field crew there being hammered. The mortars also being pummeled by German rocket artillery. King Tiger lands great hit, gaining Mercenary 2. Using the spearhead mode. 161 to 156. Plenty of manpower to face here, but again at this point it seems like there's some sort of command paralysis going on here to a degree. Whereas again, Tonkatsu is showing absolutely none. In fact, he's just basically laying down booby traps. Grab northern point. Jagdpanzer, Flamheads, King Tiger only repairs. Flamheads though is in most need of the ace level. Come on, Tonkatsu, you can do it. Get it there. Do it for the kids back home. Ow. Which was the conscript. Catching the retreat. Can he do it? Can he do it? Getting a bit of damage in there. He's almost there. He's almost there. Doing a bit of an aggressive flank there, but he's flooding resources. Definitely feels like Acehiro at some spiritual level has kind of given up. His base is being assailed by the Flamheads. 29, burning through the conscripts. 30, burning through the men. 34, no! It's almost there! But there's nothing for it to damage. And he's pulling it back. He's not trying to flank in from the north here. Oh, balls. So close yet so far. And I think the match is pretty much over. Like, again, Acehiro just seems to have kind of given up. He might have just dropped out of the match by now. Ah! No! It ends right before it gets the Scheiße! Anyways, GG, ladies and gentlemen. But man, that is really, really unsatisfying. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. Hope it gave you these fun matches, certainly highlighting the power of smoke, but also disruptive strategies. And just, occasionally hitting your opponent with a complete, off-kilter strategy here. Acehiro, I feel like at times they're going to make some more optimal choices. But again, I imagine just the sheer pressure, but also trying to figure out what his opponent's endgame was also, I think, weighing rather heavily on Acehiro's mind. Still, more mines, more rocket strafes, and some other things that could have been a very good addition there for Acehiro. But still, close at times, but in the end, Tonkatsu held the slightly end of the stick. So there you go. GG, game over. Hope you enjoyed this match. And again, hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.